Hey y'all, hey, come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday, it's 8 something, and we are here. Somebody give me a thumbs up, let me know that you can hear me okay. Oh, never mind, there it is. Hey y'all, hey everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Make sure you like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Hey Vanessa. Hello, hello. Hey y'all. Hey everybody. All right, all right, all right. Hey, y'all, come on in. Come on in. All right, all right. Mommy Money, Mommy Minnie, Mr. Bird, how you doing? All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Sorry for the lateness of the hour, but it was homework was homeworking and all those things that come along with it. So there's that. All right. So listen, we're gonna start off with this. First of all, so this weekend, there was a tribute to Frankie Beverly. It was a Maze concert, minus Frankie Beverly, but they did a tribute. And so what they did, they had different artists to come in and sing one of the songs or whatever that Frankie Beverly did. Well, of course, naturally, if they say, "Hey, listen, can you come and do this song? I just learn this one song right here, and then if you would perform it on stage, but of course, because and they picked some really great singers, people that had really nice voices and all of that. Um, and for the most part, everybody did well. Well, now, Kiki Wyatt, who I don't know where Kiki Wyatt been these last how long Maze and Frankie Beverly been singing that song? 40 years. I don't know where she been. I guess having kids. That when it was her time to do her one song, you had one song, woman, that you needed to know. Okay. And which one was it?
Before I let go.
Before I let go. I think that you don't even really have to know the words really before I let go, but because you hear it and Really, Kiki? She didn't know the words, and she get up there talking about something. Y'all help me sing this song. What's the and the people was not having it. So Kiki with her awesome voice, whatever, baby, you couldn't sing your way out of this one. So she walked off, and the people booed her because she was out of line. Way. Um, if you're doing a Frankie Beverly tribute, ma'am, and they say, "Hey, can you do this one song?" Maybe you need to listen to it before you get on stage instead of come up there talking about y'all gotta help me sing this song. No, we do not. Now we help Frankie sing it because he could no longer sing, right? You're not Frankie. We need to hear the music, the words coming out your mouth. But yeah, Kiki got booed because she was out of line. She was way out of line. So there is that.
She deserved it.
She did.
We let's just be honest. Black folks know before I let go when they come out the womb. Like that's
Right.
just everybody
Right.
know that.
That's probably one of the easier songs. And then
She
that's
could
one Beyonce,
breathe.
like, come on, man. So she was way out of line. She was so out of line with that.
And then
But
got the nerve to want to cuss at us because we didn't want to help her sing the song.
right. Kiki, get somewhere and sit down because you was out of line.
Then talking about help me take off my shoes. Man, you been out there 3 minutes, man.
Okay.
You look, man, look.
Yeah, she thought too highly of herself in this situation. I guess she felt like because you said she was the headliner, right?
I mean, she had to be. When you last, that's what the headliner goes last.
Right.
Your biggest
Right.
name goes last.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And you come
Yeah.
out there with some fitness clothes on, you know,
She
no
was
real white.
out of
Oh, that's
line.
a white shirt, but
Right.
uh,
But it was an all white party, so you couldn't even wear all white. Okay. And
she was,
a hot mess.
but I mean, she deserved them booze, and I hate. I mean, she an awesome singer. I mean, at the end of the day, she is for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But
She tried to, do her little runs and, but
that wasn't gonna
it
get her
was too
through.
late.
She ain't gonna do
Yeah.
it.
It was too late.
You know, she trying to teach choir practice and
Right. Man,
alto
we're not
soprano.
doing that.
You doing
Right.
one? I see if I can see if you're doing a whole concert, but you doing one song.
Mm-hmm.
Sing the hell out that song, man. Going on.
Okay. And then I don't even think they did the whole of one song. It was like just do, 3/4 of the song and go on somewhere and sit down. And yeah, she bombed that. So
That baby was under the influence of something.
uh,
I say
that's what you believe.
I think either drunk, high, or both.
I don't know.
You got to be to forget the words to that song. You got to be under the influence
I
of
feel like she
something.
didn't forget him. I feel like she didn't know him when she got there. So
How can you not know 'em? Is
I
this the first
mean,
tribute that they did?
my understanding is that it is. I think somebody said that in New Orleans for the Essence Festival, they did it to kind of, when Frankie was still alive. And it's like, we want to do this tribute to you so you can kind of see how it's going to be. But
Even with that, this show has been in existence for like 2 months.
yeah,
It don't take that long to learn the words because most people know most of the words anyway. It's just maybe just a few of the
right,
specific parts of
right,
the song you might want to
right,
know.
right, right.
You had 2 months. Like, what was you doing during those 2 months?
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, and I know that her being the professional that she is, now you done sung some songs that you didn't know how to wear. Just act like you just fake it till you make it. But she was out there. Y'all had me say she thought they was gonna be okay with that. No, no. You the one supposed to be singing song. We don't want to sing nothing.
And we helped Frankie Beverly
Right.
sing.
We have Frankie. That was cool because we know he didn't have, he was on the end of his voice, and it was cool. Now we expect all of you able-bodied singers up there to know the words, ma'am. So no, we're not singing. So everybody's kind of looking at her like,
You supposed
she's
to
like,
sing.
come
They
on,
paying you,
sing this song.
right?
Like, nah, uh-uh.
Start cussing,
Right.
crying. Say, man, that's your job.
Okay.
Now, after you show out, we'll sing with you, and we'll definitely
Right.
sing the one part, before I let go part. We'll sing that part,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But other than that, and that little bridge part before that, we'll sing that part. But the rest of it, that's you.
Yeah.
After you make me happy, it's all you.
Right. Ma'am. Yes.
That's all you.
You could have been on the bus or the plane, whatever, with some ear pods or buds in your ear and listening to that if you know you didn't know that song.
She hit the
So
runs though, but it
yeah,
was too
but
late. It's
right.
just you know
Yeah, she was out of order.
you
So
can't you can't replace the words to the song with runs. You just can't do that. You
Right.
got to.
Right. No, all that. Nuh-uh, ma'am. No, we done already. And everybody, you just met, and everybody just like, mm-hmm.
Folks started walking
Boo.
out.
Yeah.
They straight up started walking out,
Right.
and the people who stayed there must have stayed there to boo her.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Because they wanted her to feel that.
Man, I should have
So,
recorded. I was looking around, I was like, man, these niggas walking out.
yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And then
So,
they hit her with the booze when she left stage, and then Keith Solis came back and was like, give her a hand. They hit her with the booze again.
right. Right. Keys don't ask us give her an applause. We're not.
I was
So,
like, oh my goodness. She
yeah.
kind of showed her tail. But
Yeah. There
it
you
is what it
go.
is. You can't take
Yeah.
it for granted that we just
Right.
gonna rock with you because you got a good voice.
Right, right. That was Frankie. We was okay with that because we knew that for 40 years he done sung this song, and he was out of voice. Right. So, but ma'am, you cannot because they hired you to sing, not us to sing. So there is that. So anyway, Pokiki, get it together for the next show, whenever that is.
And I
If they
can't
keep her on.
I can't even find it in my heart to be sorry. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
You can't come out of it. You had one song. Like they
Right.
always say, you had one job.
Right.
But that's it.
Right.
The lead singer from the band had to come out
Right.
finish the song for you. That's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, pay good money,
Okay.
to see a good show. And otherwise, other than that, it was a pretty good show. After 7 was kind of lackluster, and they did 2 songs, didn't they?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a little lackluster on theirs too.
Yeah.
But it was enough good ones for me to overall say it
right.
was, a
right.
decent show.
Yeah. So there is that. So anyway, listen, y'all. I don't know how many people out there are ordering Temu, but so now there's a warning about Temu. Temu has very dangerous chemicals in their clothing. Yes. So they said to, beware of that because it's like they're overdoing the chemicals for the clothing, and they say you get these clothes and you put them on, then boom, here are these chemicals penetrating you. So be careful, ordering Temu. You might maybe wash your clothes before you wear them, but think about that. You wash them, then you put them in the dryer, then it's probably not going to be the same size it was when it got to you. So there's that. So yeah, be careful about the Temu clothing.
Is that like the drugs in the baby oil?
The what?
Diddy with the drugs in the baby oil that he had going on?
I mean, I don't know. They said this is dangerous.
Contact with their clothes.
Right.
I think I got a pair of jeans off Temu. I don't know. What do the drugs do? What do they do?
I mean, just more chemicals in your body. And they say it's especially dangerous for like kids.
What they didn't describe the dangerous chemical. They just said, hey, it's some chemicals.
Whatever the chemicals that they would normally put in clothing, to probably for the coloring and all of that stuff, they're doing extra on Temu. So just beware of that, y'all, because I know, people are out here, you just never know.
Warning for Sheen.
Yeah, yes, I saw that as well. So there is that. So be careful out here what we what we're doing as far as when we order. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Temu have some nice stuff. It's crazy that you get this stuff and it's like, oh shoot, that look all right, that's not bad. And they know what they're doing. They getting this stuff, and I guess they over there making it for a little or nothing. And the little bit we pay, you'd be like, that's just $21. And so you're so tempted to keep ordering. So that's how I go.
Yep.
So yeah.
All these offers will be like, since you bought this,
right,
we can give you this for 2 more cents.
Exactly. So now let me ask y'all, did y'all find it strange that so we know what happened to Jake's a couple of weeks ago, and now he said he had to have a surgery, but they're not saying what this surgery is or what. So what is the secret here? What are we doing? Like what why are they being secretive about this surgery? So the people are like, okay, is that really what happened, or is it that you trying to this whole Diddy thing is pulling out a lot of stuff, and it just seems like, I don't know, we're trying to make it be more than what it was, because they're saying he had a surgery, but you made this video from home, so you was already home. What kind of surgery did you have? So And they're not saying what he had. They're not saying what happened to make him pass out or, whatever the situation. Nothing has been explained. So, it's just kind of um, going on. But hopefully, we'll get some information at some point here, to it just seemed like they being real secretive about everything. So,
You rich, you good.
oh, okay. Well, there's that. All right. So I know it's a lot of people out there. You got
Oh, they can't get the law.
okay. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. I just feel like that um
Client say Puffy. Try to take him out.
wow.
It's indicate, they're saying that Jamie is kind of implying that Puffy has something to do
Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
situation.
Right. Right. Yeah. So
Yeah, he touching people from jail, man.
hey, Puffy got power. Puff power.
And I said we don't need to know everything. I don't even want to know everything, to be honest with
I mean, I don't think that we do as the public need to know everything, but there are, he got his people that want to know. Like, it's people out here that are real big, fans, quote unquote,
you.
and
Just pray for him.
they want to know what happened, Bishop.
No, nothing
So,
needs to be known. Just pray for him.
hey, well, there you go. There you go. So, listen, now here's the thing. When y'all ever see how the police they get in the car and then they speeding. And sometimes they're speeding and they don't have their lights on. It's like I don't know where they're going. I don't know if they're trying to get to lunch or what. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get somewhere in secret because I do know like I watch SWAT and then SWAT sometimes they'll try to pull up on somebody, without all the lights going or whatever. So anyway, in Houston PD, the cops they zooming down the street, and I guess the one who was driving, she happened to be a lady cop. She's driving, and she runs over a lady and her daughter. And the partner was like, "You didn't see them? That was," and so it's like, wow. Now, I what are we doing? Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? Are you punching numbers in that whatever that thing is they have down there or what? Because I mean, they showed the body cam footage of it, right? So we looking at this, you can see it's something in the street. Now I feel like she had been doing something that she just flat out didn't see these people and just ran right over them. But um, I guess at this moment they are still alive. So you saw that, Clyde? Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, ma'am.
Somebody will get paid. Somebody gets a
Oh
real
yeah,
money out of that.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully
So
they're healthy enough to be able to spend it.
right, exactly. That's the thing. That is the thing.
So they're going to get away with that. What was it? They were threatening their lives. They felt threatened.
I mean,
I mean, that's the usual police excuse
right.
now.
That's usually how they fix it. So to make it go away, but it's no telling. There is no telling. So, um, oh, federal officers. Well, okay. It ain't no telling for sure. Then, speaking of federal,
The people who got hit was they white or black?
they looked black, but we never did really see. Looked like they were dark enough to be black. By being in Houston, probably so. But they never just showed it. They had them kind of blurred out. Yeah. So she'll get fired. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So speaking of federal, so Biden decided that I'm gonna pardon my son. Okay, he pardoned Hunter, even though initially he was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna do that. Hunter gotta, be responsible for what he did, whatever." But you know what? People are in an uproar about this, about Biden pardoning Hunter. I'm like, man, pardon your son because what happened with Trump? He done all them charges he had on him, they gone. 35 convictions or whatever. They done slid him over to the side somewhere. And then uh he already said that the January, what they call the January 6 people, the whatever, those people, he said he was gonna pardon them. So yes, Biden, pardon your son. Who cares? I feel like why y'all even tripping on that? But Trump can come in and let everybody go.
Be part of this. I don't care. I don't. First of all, I don't give a damn about Trump and what he do and his business. I don't think it had nothing to do with Biden and what he got going on. Uh, Biden, that's his son. That's your
Right.
son.
Right. But
That's bottom
people,
line.
but
I wouldn't
initially,
care.
huh?
I wouldn't care what nobody say. Nigga, that's
Right.
my son.
Right. Exactly. That's why I feel like he should have did that anyway. But he said, I guess when he ran, you know, on his election when he was running his campaign, and I guess he was asked, what about Hunter? And he was like, I'm not gonna pardon him. I'm not gonna let him go, or whatever the case may be. Whatever he said, that is now null and void because he has pardoned his son. So there is that.
Man, you better. That's
Right.
what you get in places of power for to use it.
Okay. So he probably told Hunter, he was like, look, when it's time for me to go, I'm pardoning you. So don't worry about it. You've been there for about 4 years.
Man, you better use that nepotism.
Okay.
Man, you got me messed up.
Right.
You ain't gonna, I don't know. Maybe if it was it for a more serious crime or something,
Right.
I might consider.
Right.
He got to do his time. But oh,
Right. It was
look, man, we use
yeah. Yeah, some drugs and
some lies here and there, or
right,
whatever.
taxes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're gonna pardon
Yeah,
his
let
son.
that man go on home.
I'll talk to him when he get home. He's
Okay.
gonna do better, I
Right.
promise. But I'm gonna use my power to get him off. I mean, we do
Right.
that all the time. People, um, talk about LeBron. He got pretty much he got his son on with the Lakers, but his
Right.
son was not qualified to play with the Lakers.
Right.
He got demoted from the team. Then they put him down on the G League team. They demoted him from the
Mm.
G League team. He basically need to play big three at this point,
Oh wow.
or, at the local rec or something.
Oh
But it's like,
no.
I
So
mean, but
he
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 got
don't
to.
have it?
He don't know.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, he
Wow.
could maybe cultivate if he would have stayed in college. Maybe. I don't think he had.
So he definitely needed to go to school to
He needed to finish
get
school. I
more.
think it was a sophomore. I can't remember if it was
Oh, okay.
sophomore or junior, but he needed to finish school
Mm.
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
and then he needed to be developed a little bit more. But
Yeah.
because his dad was LeBron, you know, he got him on. I ain't even mad at the situation.
Right.
Do what you man. Look, you get in places of power. You work hard so that you can give your kids opportunities.
Right.
And if I got to directly just give my kid opportunity, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You got kids, who get jobs as VPs, board of directors, stuff like that at these corporate entities. They don't have a liquor education. Don't know nothing.
Right.
It was given to them by
Yeah. Yeah.
other cultures. Been doing it for years. So
Right. Right.
now that we can get the opportunity, come here to do it.
Yeah.
So and to get back to the Biden thing, yeah, I ain't.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh, well, I say he shouldn't have been president in the first place, but that's a different argument.
Oh gosh. I mean, but then who? If not him, then who? Because I think the people, it was either him or Trump, right? Right.
Uh, Obviously, for a lot of people, if they had to do it all over again, then it would have been Trump.
I imagine it would have.
I guess because of what we're looking at now.
Yeah.
Let's say he can change his mind. He can change his mind on the pardon.
I think she meant maybe he changed his mind from the beginning when he said he wasn't going to do it.
Oh,
And he's like, let me go and get my son.
mm,
At the end of the day, he didn't want his son in no federal situation, and then Trump coming up. No telling what he would have did. I ain't mad at him.
I've been like, pops, for real?
Right.
You don't leave that for real, man?
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah.
No, you better use that place of power, man.
Right. 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 Okay, y'all. So this was a very sad situation. So this family, they're out of Pennsylvania. They had one of those big husky dogs, and like the dog had been in the family for like over 6 years or whatever. And so the family had recently had a baby. Baby was sleeping in the crib, 6 month old, and the dog mauled the baby.
Mm.
My thing is now this dog, how did he get in the crib? Like cribs are supposed to be like, I'm not sure.
Husky's pretty big.
Oh, okay. So I guess it probably tall enough to get reach over the crib situation, or maybe tip it over. I don't know, but
definitely could probably tip it over.
Yeah.
Probably could jump over, man. I done seen dogs climb fences. So.
Mm, yeah. And so, the family, of course, not us, they're, very upset about it, but they're saying they're trying to help somebody else now. So make sure that, you know, that use us as an example. And, you can't leave your dogs and your babies, you know, be too comfortable with that. So, yeah, that's sad. That's sad that a 6-month-old baby, Lord. Yeah.
Passed away.
Yeah. Hmm.
So they had to put the dog down there.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, did you get any? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Um, okay. So y'all listen, did y'all hear about, Wendy Williams? Okay, let's talk about Wendy. So did anybody see that, kind of, I want to say it was kind of a maybe documentary thing about Wendy? It was probably last year or something, where they were showing kind of, the stuff that she was going through, her state of mind and that kind of thing. It appeared that Wendy, is, I guess she's going through maybe some, um it looked to me like maybe some kind of dementia or something. They said her she is cognitively impaired right now, and permanently disabled. um and people were trying to say, they were like, well, the public opinion out there. They were like, well, I think it's karma, because, Wendy used to be in everybody's business, and, she would just say stuff about people and talk about people and this and that and that. But you know what? It's like, yeah, people saying that, but that's the kind of stuff. That's why she had such a big following, because people love the messiness and the drama and all that she would bring. And, but people are like, well, this is her karma now. And, but here's the thing. People, the conspiracy theory people say that it was, something that Puff did to her. Like, is everything gonna get blamed on him? But she did say some crazy things. Well, I'm gonna say this. She said some things about him that now we have proven to be true. And, people feel like, whatever it is that she's going through now, physically, is because of, something that Puffy have done to her. Now, it is rumored that Puffy have done some stuff to so many people. Everything that when you see somebody was at one point connected or dealt with Puff or whatever, and they get sick like this, then it's like, oh, Puffy did this. Like the whole Jamie Foxx thing. He was really sick. They said Puffy did that. Um, the guy, what was his name? Christopher Williams, I think. And he had gotten really, really sick, and they said Puffy did that. Like, it's like, man, who is Puffy? Like, what the heck? It seems like, did he have that much power? Did they give Puff that much power that he could just, man, he could reach people from, wherever. It's like it ain't nowhere you can hide that Puff can't get to you, or somehow give you, I don't know if he's sending some of his Seagram's drink or whatever that I don't know what is happening. But it's like everybody blames everything on him, right? Now we do know that Wendy did have a liquor problem or drinking problem or whatever. And so he could very well have sent some of his bottles, or one bottle might have, got in, and she was drinking it. And because they did say that her dementia or whatever was alcohol induced. I never knew that alcohol could cause that, but they did say that it was alcohol induced. And, I don't know. I would imagine that she had some issues before Kevin or during, her marriage to Kevin. But then once they broke up, then it was like she went downhill. So it's sad to see, what's going on with her right now. I hate to see that. And the fact that, people want to say, oh, that's karma because of what she, but I mean, good Lord, that was her. Yeah, listen, Wendy Williams, everybody knew that, to turn it on Wendy Williams, she was the gospel queen. And, you know, she that's how she made her money. I feel like for it wasn't something that she would be like, oh, I'm gonna go home and talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what she did to make a living. And, she was very successful at it, had a whole show, right? Um, I don't know. But, people wanna, say it's karma. I hate to see her going down like that because it's like it to me it seems like because she couldn't make it without Kevin. And it just looks like that. It looks like, you know what? I don't have Kevin no more. I don't have anything to, a reason to keep going. And so that's what it looks like. And I hate to see that. Hate to see it. So yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Did you hear anything I said?
What on the Wendy Williams thing?
Yeah.
What happened with
So they saying that she's permanently disabled and her, she's cognitively impaired right now. Like essentially she just, her mental, she was very smart, woman and intelligent, with all the stuff that she had going on, this and that. But now all this just
took her down?
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a sad situation. I don't wish bad on nobody.
Right. But they trying to connect. They say that they think Puff might have had something to do with that.
Well, wouldn't surprise me none.
Mm-hmm. Because you remember she had that ugly, well, she had the rumor about him before everybody else started finding out, that it was really real, right? And because at the end of the day, the stuff she was saying about him, it's improving now.
You gotta watch out when you mess with people in power.
Clearly,
You gotta be ready for the consequences to come with it.
yeah.
The stuff to come with it. When sometimes people say what you gotta be ready to die for
Mm.
what you believe in.
Wow, that's what
There,
happened,
there
huh?
you go.
Yeah.
And the thing about people in power, sometimes it ain't necessarily about dying. They want you to die slow.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, I think about like I was saying when Christopher Williams got sick, they said that they thought that was him too. Um, Jamie, here we go, Wendy, Jake's. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does he have this reach that he can, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gonna say something about me? Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna send you what's his liquor he's endorse?
Was it Ciroc? Yeah.
Yeah, let me send you a bottle of Ciroc. Okay.
I don't know. You got to be careful when you mess with people with power.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, I recall that when what's his name? Kanye started talking about, the crazy stuff he was talking about. And he said it was one guy that's told him he said, don't make me put you back in that facility. Something, like he was gonna make it look like he was crazy and have to go into some kind of, and it's like, wow.
You got to be ready to die for what you believe in. And when you talk about exposing people, stuff like that, you know, you just gotta. I don't know. You gotta really believe in it. You gotta really believe in. I guess be ready to die for the good part of that. Exposing people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing it for money, for views, and all that, you might want to rethink your situation. It might not be worth it.
Yeah.
But if it's to educate or for justice to be served, then maybe that is something that's worth dying for. But if it's just for notoriety, I don't know. It might not be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, like with Wendy, I feel like that was her, that was the career path she chose. And so I don't think it's things that she made up. It was,
I mean, when you're ready to out it, you have to be real careful with that. You got to be real careful with that.
yeah.
Vanessa said she believed that Wendy knows too much, and she probably do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's about knowing too much. I think it's about saying too much.
Right. Right. When she, at the end of the day, she probably know more than she talk about though. So
You just got to be extra careful when you start messing with these people of power.
right, right. So I don't know. I don't even know that there's any the fact that she's permanently disabled. I don't know if there's any coming back from that.
I mean,
So
permanently disabled pretty much kind of tells you the finality of it.
yeah,
Ain't no coming back from
yeah, yeah.
it. I mean, she had a great run, awesome run when she had it.
Right.
Um, I don't know that this is her karma. I wouldn't call it that. I don't know if
Right.
this
That's
is.
that was, people out there saying, "Oh, she deserve it," and this and that. After that, after they put out that documentary, or whatever, and then people were trying to say, "Oh, was she getting her karma now?" and all that. There was a lot of people just hate her. You know what I'm saying? For the stuff how she was doing.
The thing, I mean, now, a lot of gossip,
Yeah.
a lot of telling people business.
Right. She ain't the only one to do that though.
I mean,
She was the
and,
queen of it though.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I mean, karma ain't done. Karma is not dead. So when you talk about other people doing it, karma ain't done working.
There's that.
So me personally, I'm not real big on the whole gossip thing. Of course, we do breaking news here or whatever.
Right.
But
We're not gossiping.
yeah, getting into
Mm-mm.
the gossip.
Puffy, we're not gossiping. So if you listen to this, that's not what we're doing.
We nowhere near wild enough to send nothing on
Our
there.
reach. Okay. So listen, you know what's happening January 1st?
So New Year.
Yes, that. But the state inspections go away. So as of January 1st, guess what? You ain't got to go get no inspection. How about that?
There's some raggedy cars on the road. I need some raggedy cars on the road.
Indeed. Indeed. However, our registration will go up by $7.50. So I don't know if it's not a complete trade off, but they are taken away.
I mean, inspection's going for what, about $25, right?
Is that what it is now?
I think so.
Yeah.
About $25. So you still winning by about $18.
Yeah. There you go. So that's how much you'll save. So yeah, no more state inspection. That's gonna be weird.
Oh, not really.
Oh, okay. I mean, you just be like, go get your
Right,
registration.
get your registration. You ain't got to worry about
Right.
getting. I think too many people was making money off of the fake inspection.
Mm.
And
Ah.
they're like, you know what? No, we're gonna
Let's
cut
stop
that
that.
out. We're gonna
Wow.
cut that out.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. The government was making money, but a lot of people was finding ways to
Get around it. Yeah. Yeah.
these people charging people charging $150, $200 on inspection.
Right.
That's more
Right.
than what the government gets getting $25
Right.
for
Right. It's like, man,
inspection.
I don't even need that
Yeah,
bad,
they
but you got to have it.
quadruple and quintuple this thing.
Right. Right.
They're like, you know what? We're gonna choke that out. We're not gonna
Man.
get that money.
Right. So they took somebody hustle got just got
I mean, it hurt the hustle, but it also hurts the car, the inspection places and stuff like that too.
mm-hmm.
Some of these inspection places aren't gonna, what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
get that inspection money. No.
Right. Right. So y'all that mean y'all actually got to fix cars now, whatever, as opposed to the whole inspection thing.
I'm trying to say she just paid for 2 inspections. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
The bright side is you don't have to pay next year.
Yeah. So you got next year you good. You whatever. So
It's gonna hurt the mechanics, man.
yeah. Yeah. So I mean, people can still go to them for hopefully they do something else other than inspections wherever they are. So
If you're doing $200, you almost could do that
right.
for a living.
Right.
Shoot,
Yeah.
$25 for inspection, you profiting $175. Now, I don't know
Mhm.
who all they got to pay. A lot of times you got the shop owner or whatever they gonna want they cut and stuff like that. It don't matter now.
Right.
We don't cut all of it out. Now you ain't gonna make no money. Where you was making a little change at first, now you ain't gonna make none at all. The way they see it is you did it to yourself.
Yep. There you go. That's it right there. Listen, yeah, I have to tell this on myself. So I I was went to interview. Yes, I went to interview for this place that was gonna do the North Texas Tollway, right? And so they were like, so here's the thing about working for North Texas Tollway, they just want to make sure that you don't owe any tolls. And I was like, oh shoot, no, I'm good. Like, cause I purposely avoid all tolls. So my GPS is no tolls. So I don't do tolls because I had a big toll bill and it was ridiculous amount and I got it paid off and I was like, I'm good, bro. And so he was like, "Okay, what's your name, address?" And he pulled it up, and this he said, "Oh," he did like this. He's like, "Whew." I was like, "What? What?" I was mad at him for making that sound. He said, looks like it's about." He said like 10,000. I said, "Boy, you got the wrong person." He said, looks like it's been about 11 years. I said, "This some crap, right?" So they tolls is like they gonna hold on to it forever. They don't care if how many cars you done had since then. Look, I told myself I don't even have them cars, like, but it don't matter. If you had them at one point, be it 10 years ago, 11 years ago, they still got it.
So what are they compiling interest on that or something?
You know, it's the admin fees. Like, so that's what happens. Like whenever, because there's no way that I wrote 10,000 worth of toll. Like how many
That's
you rode a tollway every day
right,
of your life.
right.
So that
That's
is,
going for it.
yes, that is the administration fee. That just go to show that they were just out of hand with that. That was ridiculous. Y'all was out of control. And you know what? Y'all can keep that because who is not is me. I don't care. Like I do not care about no $10,000 worth of toll. Get out of my face with that mess. And the guy he said, well, it used to be the admin fees were so expensive, and I guess people must have complained so much, and so they did cut them down. And so he said that because it had been so long ago that that's what that was. I was like, ugh.
I got some tolls and I got to pay. I took the toll here recently.
Yeah. See, I would go all the way around. I don't want to even.
You
I
know
don't
what?
even want to say toll.
When I'm got some of these DJ
Yeah, I
gigs
know
we
you be
have
way out there somewhere.
in
Yeah.
Plano, it's on a Friday.
Right.
You know, I got to run through traffic or whatever. Like either I can leave 3 or 4 hours early,
Right. Right.
or I can hit that toll. You know, for some of the places out there, it's an hour and a half drive,
Yeah.
almost 2 hours drive,
Yeah.
and I got to get there 2 hours early. You know, to set up for my gig.
Right.
So
Right.
he's talking about leaving 4 hours, and it's a 7 o'clock gig. I got to leave 3 o'clock.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. So you got to do the toll in that
Man, I mean, I
situation.
don't have to, but you know, the other alternative is I have to leave in the middle of the afternoon in order to make an evening gig.
Right.
That's so yeah.
Right.
It's a couple times. Yeah, I had to take that toll, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if it's cutting 5 minutes off,
Right.
I
Right.
ain't.
That's yeah. That don't even matter.
But when it cuts 30, some of them have cut 30, 45 minutes. One they cut an hour one time. It's like, especially when you're trying to get to places like Plano. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead
Right.
and pay that
Gonna
toll.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I have this. I was thinking about, back in the day, it was like, there were different. I don't know if it was, I guess you call it jingles or whatever to, but this is one I was thinking about. And so this what I need to know is who can tell me what this one is. So it was George, George, George of the Jungle. Do anybody remember that one?
Yeah.
What's the next word?
Um, something like you and me, friend to you and me, something like that.
Okay. And then so then it said, oh, right? Watch out for that. Who know the word? That was not your question.
My bad.
All right. They probably didn't. Did they
I
hear
mean, you
you?
gotta be old. You gotta be old.
You got to be, you got to be at least 50. You got to be at least 50 to know that. Anybody?
So
Yeah. Watch out for the trees. Okay. All right. So what about this one? Conjunction junction. Anybody remember that one?
I'm pretty old for that one too. At least 40s, at least mid 40s to know that one.
I'm curious to know that.
What?
If that's how old you got to be to know that one.
Yeah, because it pretty much got rid of them. After so long. I think if
Mm.
you're in your 30s, you don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think you know if you're in your 30s.
Oh, for
But
real.
if you in your 40s, because I know I sat up on Saturday morning because you would have to watch it on
Mhm.
Saturday morning.
Mhm.
It was that
Mhm.
whole learning situation on
Right.
Saturday morning.
Right.
Specifically, I think it was on Channel 8.
Was
But
it on ABC? Yeah,
yeah,
might maybe so. Or was it on PBS?
I think this is Channel 8 because this was on the networks. Saturday morning, you could all the other days you could look at PBS and it'd be on
Mhm.
all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's on the networks on Saturday morning.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
All right.
I know I used to watch it. My little brothers, so they in their 40s
Right.
now. They in their mid 40s now,
Right.
so I'm sure they watched it.
Right.
But then past that, I don't know. Can't vouch for
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, y'all.
There we
Y'all
go.
got it. Y'all got it.
Yep.
How I hope and pray that it will. But today I am still just a. All right. I just wanted to see if anybody was out there that watched some old school TV.
Man, I think about Schoolhouse Rock. Yep.
Uh huh. Yeah.
I think about that because I'll play my little last song.
Mm
That's all, folks.
hmm. Mm hmm.
And some of the younger folks can't relate to that.
Wow.
I have to think about that. Now, for my age group, a lot of them they be like, "Oh, that's cool,"
Right.
whatever.
Right. Right.
But yeah, some of the younger folks
Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
cannot relate to that.
Right. 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 You know what? I feel like some of those kind of things, like the Schoolhouse Rock thing, they need to bring that back. Because what are there any educational cartoons now?
PBS is still in effect, and they still
Oh,
do educational stuff.
oh, okay. So it's still a thing.
But I mean, when you have hundreds, thousands of channels, not to mention YouTube and all this other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
PBS is kind of fall by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, our education system, it's rough, man. It's rough.
Right.
I just got through talking to my kids, and you know, YouTube is a viable option for these kids. They be like, I'm gonna do a YouTube, or my brother's gonna do a YouTube, or and it's like, you know, it's it's rough. It's not a whole lot of, and the thing is I don't think it's a lot of teaching. It's not teachers taught when we was in school, but
Mm-hmm.
they taught. I think nowadays they teach you to pass those assessments,
Right.
those
Yeah.
assessment tests.
It seemed like you go in with the goal for y'all to get that
Assessment
test or
tests,
whatever it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
I understand that affects the money as far
Right.
as checks,
Right.
raises, all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like making sure that they know the stuff so they can make it to the next grade, or
Right.
make sure they know addition and subtraction is a building block for the next grade. Man, I don't think they care about
Right.
that anymore.
It don't seem like it. But you know what? At the very end of the day, the stuff that these kids are doing to these teachers, throwing shoes and hitting teachers and
These
fighting
teachers,
teachers and stuff,
these teachers
man.
say, I'm just trying to make it through the
I, yes. Look, I'm trying to get in here and make this few dollars so I can go home. I don't care about these kids. These kids are bad. And so, I mean, honestly, I feel sorry for the teachers because I don't think teachers make the money that they should for the job that they do. Because honestly, y'all think about it. 2020, when y'all kids was at home and y'all had to be the teachers, kids ain't learn nothing. Okay. So these teachers got to deal with that. You saw how your kids were when they was at home. What was they doing? Playing on the computer, playing other stuff. They was not doing what they were supposed to do. And so now the teachers say, okay, now y'all saw how it felt to teach y'all kids. Now they back in class and kids bad. They on phones, they throwing shoes and hitting teachers on the back. I mean, those are some of the extreme things that are happening. But these teachers be going through arguing with kids and stuff. What?
arguing,
No, sir.
arguing with kids, kind of making deals with kids. Like it wasn't an option, in earlier years. It was like You don't try to make them sit like you gonna sit down. Period. You
Right.
gonna do what I tell you to do.
Right.
Period. Point blank.
Right.
It's just,
Right.
but it's like these kids got options out there. They have an option of whether they want to listen to the teacher or not. That's at least that's the way they act.
Right.
If they,
Yeah.
you have
Like
an
I ain't
option.
gotta listen to you. I'm gonna call my mama. There you go. That thing right there. And then you know what? When they call mama, mama needs to be up there, coming up there with a belt so she can whoop that kid. That's what need to happen.
System so
But
crazy. You come there with a belt, you going to
right,
jail.
right,
You abusive.
right. So around here, we go. We got a doctor's appointment, and Bill, we be right back. That's how it go. But it's like, what is happening? You know what? They took paddling out of school. They took the authority, for to give put some kind of fear in this kid. They took that away.
I mean, they took this one out.
Yeah.
Took this one out.
That kid don't care. They don't care. It don't matter what you say, teacher. Because guess what? Put me in detention. I'm going there and play. So
Yeah, I mean, teachers back then was different. She said, "Night and morning time with Miss Franklin." And I mean, I think we all can remember a teacher who used to tear us up, who used to do something. But that was then. This is now. But I'm totally on board with it. Even if you want to do it on the table. I had a teacher call me and said he was having problems with one of my kids or whatever, and I was like, "Look, do what you got to do.
Okay. Right.
Do what you have to do." And it wasn't this one.
Right. He wasn't even trying to do that, but
right. It wasn't even nothing physical, but you know, my niece was getting an attitude or whatever, and he was pretty much gonna give her a taste of her own medicine.
Right.
And I was like, "Look, bro, whatever you got to do to teach that little girl a life lesson,
right.
you do so."
Yeah.
Because this world, man, I've been trying to get it across, to my kids. Man, this world does not care about you being a kid or any of that stuff like that. It's like, what can you do for me? You have to have some type of value for people to even care about you. If not, then shoot, they don't give a damn. They're not gonna give you no job. They're not gonna give you no money. They're not gonna take care of you. None of that stuff like that. You only get away with being a kid for a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's it.
And depending on what kind of rules you break, shoes, you might not be able to be a kid that long because they got detention centers. They got juvenile detention.
Right.
You can hit that at 12. So,
Mm-mm.
but it's different, man. It's so different.
Yeah.
Trying to say, yeah, that's a parental issue. I wish like it would like any adult or another human for that matter. And that's what we're trying to cement into these kids' head over here. They're not necessarily um, just directly disrespectful, but when you don't do what they ask you to do, if they tell you to sit down and be quiet and you don't do it, that is a form of disrespect. We ain't gonna get to the talking back part. The talking back, that's just it's automatic. Well, I got to get you for that.
Right. Right.
But if somebody asks you to do something, or if somebody tell you to do something, you do it.
Right.
Bottom line, you do it.
Right. Yeah. As opposed to saying I'm having a bad day or whatever. We all had a bad day. But guess what?
Bad day, man. Nobody give a boy.
Right.
Because the thing about it is when you get older and you have a bad day, you still have to go to work.
Okay.
And if you take that bad day to work, and you might have an even worse day because they're gonna send you home. They might send you home for good.
That's
then
it.
you're gonna have a bad month because you can't pay your car note, you can't pay your rent. So,
there is that.
It's man, I don't know. We gotta pray for these parents, man. Nowadays,
Yes. Yes.
it's tough. It's tough out there.
It is. It's indeed. So, parents, hold your heads up, and you know what? And this is my real big thing about what happens in schools now. So, a lot of bullying going on. You have the kid. There are some kids that really try to go to school and they want to learn, right? But you have kids out here that want to bully and make other kids who are just quiet or they smart and I just want to learn. I don't want to, I'm saying, I don't want no problems. I didn't come to school for that. But you got these kids that ain't trying to learn. They just want to be, quote unquote popular or known or whatever the case may be, and they out here bullying other kids. And then you have some situations where these kids that are getting bullied, they take that stuff to heart, and it's like whatever you say about them, now they believe it about themselves or whatever. And that there should be zero tolerance for that. And I know there is supposed to be, but it's still going on. It's still going on. Kids are getting bullied and, being made fun of and, this and that. And my thing is then, because I'm like this, if if I need to tell my kid, you know what, if that person say something to you, hit them in the mouth and then go tell the teacher that you did it. Cause and then when they call me, I'm be like, okay, well, what did y'all do? Cause we tried to let y'all know that this kid they was getting bullied. So no, I mean there should be zero tolerance, and somebody need to handle that. But it's
Yeah.
still going through.
I think bullying is a learned behavior. They get that from somewhere.
Yeah.
A lot of times they get it from the internet, stuff like that.
Mm.
I don't really, as far as verbal bullying goes, I ain't gonna say I don't believe in it, but
When you say you don't believe in it, don't think what you just should be ignored or
I
what?
think, man, ignore, get away from it, get out of that environment. See, a lot of times you get subjected to bullying because you try to get into an environment or you try to be friends with this clique over here
Mm,
and they
mm-hmm,
don't want you
mm-hmm.
in and they, you really want to be cool with these people over here and all they do is keep messing with you.
Right.
But the world is a big place.
Mm-hmm.
Go over there.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I know you want to be over there with the cool kids, and that I mean I get it. Sometimes we don't always get what we want.
What happens though when the kid is in the same class with you? It's not a whole lot of going over there that you can do. You know what I'm saying? If we in this class and then we got another class, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this person gonna keep being with you. What in that point? What at
You
that
sit
point?
me on the other side of the class. Put some space between me and that person.
Mm.
You know, that's one of the first things that I would want to happen. Somebody was bullying my kids verbally. If put me diagonal, put them in the back there, or if my kid is a good kid, don't really mess up or whatever, put me in the back corner.
Mm-hmm.
And if that bullying kid, put him in the front corner. You know what I'm saying? Put as much
Right.
space between us
Right,
as
right. That's
possible.
the idea. That's what definitely what you want to do. Hey, Tashay, that's definitely what you want to do. But unfortunately, sometimes the teachers don't listen. They just feel like, you just, you've been a tattletale or whatever.
And see,
So,
for me, that's when you have to get involved as a parent because I'm gonna start
right,
bullying the teacher at that point. I
right.
don't care if I got to come up there and
Mm-hmm.
sit in the class, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just what we're gonna have to do.
Right,
But I'm gonna make your life hard as a teacher if you don't want to do your job.
right, right. Well, I'm like this. So, can I come up to the school and have lunch with my kid or whatever? Because I need for whoever this bully is to see that I'm not finna play with you. So let me look at that person and see what they got going on.
Definitely
But
zero tolerance for physical bullying. We're not
right,
doing that. We're not having that at all.
right, right. But I think verbal bullying is, that's still a part of bullying. And, some kids take that stuff to heart. You know what I'm saying? They like whatever is being said about them, they believe it.
Man, you got to get out of that environment. Some, not all. I'm not gonna say all situations, but a lot of times bullying comes from, when you try to get back at them at first, and they just too witty. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm.
they got more jokes than you. Just
Right, right,
bottom line,
right.
they got more jokes than you.
Right, right,
And you trigger something in them, and they're gonna be on you for the rest of the school year. It's like sometimes, man, you got to know when to fold them. You got to
right.
know when to just let it go and move on.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
You know, shoot, I ran into my version of a cyberbullying maybe a few years ago. And it's like you got to know when to pack your stuff and move on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I go. All right. All right then. Well, hey y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate you very much for your comments and all of that. And anything you want to tell the people what's going on this week?
No, same stuff. You can look at the show from last week
Oh,
and no, sure, this is not a whole lot that changes. What is it? West Jacks Wednesday, Blitz on Thursday, Daiquiri Lounge on Friday. Got private gigs for the next few Saturdays, so y'all not gonna catch me on the turn ups for Daiquiri Lounge for a little while.
all right. There you have it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again, and we appreciate you. Rashonda, what you say?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, moving around doesn't apply to social media. It's a universal platform that never goes away, and a lot of kids jump on the bandwagon. Also, kids lack emotional intelligence,
Mm.
and social media is something that you allow in your home. And for kids, that's why for me, I'm not too big on social media. I'm not too big on allowing devices that connect to social media in the house, especially when you're under 12 years old. Most of the platforms you've got to be 12 to be on it anyway. TikTok, all that stuff. You got to be a certain age to be on it anyway, so you don't have no business on it in the first place. But I think you got to build your child up at home, and it's hard. It's rough. Kids, they start hitting them teens or whatever. They really don't give a damn what mom and daddy say. They really care about what
The
they
peers
peers in
and
school say.
mm-hmm.
But man, you got to do your best to try to build your child up to where they don't really care what other people say, where they can be their own person. And if they're on an island, then they just on an island.
Right.
Uh, I know mine with my kids, they was kind of on an island in a lot of ways. It's like you gotta teach them that that's okay. You can be okay with that. And it's not like you ain't gonna have no friends, but you just might not be the person who have all the friends. You don't worry about it because you're gonna get some later on. But please believe, especially if you become successful, you're gonna have too many friends to count. But I don't know. You kind of you have to really police that social media. You got to police that social media. You can't let them be on it all day and all night.
Yeah.
You know that phone stuff, man. I think you got to build. In the first 12 years of the kid's life, that's the time that you build your kid up. That's the time that you give your kid a foundation to where they won't put so much weight in social media or internet or in that phone or in that tablet, stuff like that. But shoot, when you put them on social media from 3 years old, you got them these little kids doing TikToks at 6, 7 years old. You subjecting,
Yeah, that's
that's
a
a
lot.
recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I will say this though. I don't know. I feel like kind of if you isolate your kid, then it's almost like then they lack the street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I feel like if you kind of put them like, okay, boom, here, kind
I
of
don't
off
want
to
I
yourself,
don't want my
shelter.
I don't want my kids in street sports.
So so you prefer them to be more sheltered.
Yeah,
Okay.
I prefer. I don't want what you need street sports for.
Well, when I say street smarts, I mean I'm just saying so that that nobody can get over them on them. It's some things that that if you shelter a kid, then they go out here just very naive.
And the thing about being naive, for me, one of the ways you get over to being naive is number one, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Apply that to
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, it ain't no quick way, ain't no fast way, ain't no elevator. You gotta take the stairs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that's how you get scammed. That's how you get taken. Is somebody come to you and say, "Oh, it's easy. I can do this for you. I can make it easy for you."
Right.
It
Right.
sounds too good to be true. It probably is.
Yeah. Indeed.
But I prefer. I don't. My kids didn't really grow up with street smart. As they got older, got into high school, they kind of wanted to or wish they would have. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I raised y'all really to not have to deal with that. Right now.
Right. Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't want you to have to go to the street for nothing.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say this because when we were kids, we used to ride our bikes from Forest Hill to Eastwood and back. Bikes, right? My kids didn't ride down the street. So I'm like, Lord, what did I do? Like, I feel like they were definitely because they wouldn't know well, and I know times change because, used to be, the street light came on, that's when we came in. These kids, they don't go outside that long. So I know that it was the different times and that kind of thing. But I felt like there was a sheltering. And I don't know.
I feel like you develop. I think you develop your social skills later on.
Mm.
Go to college.
Mm-hmm.
My son didn't really develop social skills until he went to college,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. With that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like at some point you're gonna have to develop your social skills.
Right. 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 Right.
I don't mind if you develop them later on. I don't mind if you're in your own little world up until you
Until
finish high
then.
school.
Yeah.
Get your because you need to get your basic education.
Right. Do you feel like that creates though your friend circle being a dot?
Um, It depends on what you do afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to college, your friend circle is going to expand. You're going to meet some people from other places. You're going to have to get along with people. You're going to live. You're going to be in a dorm with some other
Right.
people.
Right.
So you're
Right.
going to be either you can nurture that and get over that, because I think you do when you are in your own little world, you get social anxiety.
Right. Right.
Now you got two choices.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that as a crutch. Say I got social anxiety, or you can
Hmm.
find a way to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Your network is your net worth. I tell my son, I tell my daughter that all the time, man. Get you some smart friends. Get you some rich friends.
Hmm.
I wish I'd have stayed in touch. I went to private school. I went to Nolan. I wish I'd stayed in touch with some of them smart, some of them rich
Right.
friends, man.
Right. Right. Right.
They become resources.
Yeah.
Not necessarily just to use, but your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
And having people in your network, you never know.
Right. Right. True.
But develop it early, develop it late. I don't. You're gonna have to develop it at some time. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer for it to be late. I prefer for you to graduate school, learn as much as you can, learn as much of your basics as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can develop your social skills and stuff like that. Then if you get them while you're in school, you got your social people, your popular people, cool.
Yeah.
But for me, if you're gonna be popular, you need to be popular and smart.
Right. Indeed. Indeed.
And I wouldn't be mad at that if either one of them would have came out being popular and smart. I
Mm-hmm.
need you to be smart first of all.
Right.
Popular, that's on the background.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm trying to say that is the difference between sink or swim and preparation.
Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. All right. All right, y'all. Now for real. All right. Thank y'all again. We appreciate you for joining us and listen. You know, come out to any of the events that Johnny's speaking of. We'd love to see y'all there, or he would rather, because I don't go nowhere. My friend circle is a dot. So there is that. Womp womp. You see my side. What's the sad emoji? That's me. But anyway, we'll see y'all next Monday. Same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right. Be blessed.
I'm trying to say yes, smart before popular for sure, for sure. Definitely smart before popular.